Hello everyone, and welcome to my comprehensive guide to Vampirism and Necromancy in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition. This guide will be covering everything from amenities available to vampires to the best places to find thralls to resurrect. I will also be covering the Necromage perk and all of the Creation Club content that adds additional instances of it, as well as all of the Creation Club content that provides new spells and enchantments for necromancers and those that provide new homes for vampires and necromancers. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be covering is North Shriekwind Bastion, which is located southwest of Riverwood. It is the earliest and closest place to the start of the game that you can become a vampire. You just walk inside, and right inside the front door will be a vampire that you can contract sanguine vampirus from. And then after 3 days in game, that will progress to full-blown vampirism. Okay, so now we're going to cover some accommodations for vampires. As a vampire, you need to drink blood. If you don't, your powers will become greater. However, if you're playing on survival mode, you can choose to drink blood instead of eat food to satiate your appetite. Right now in this clip, I'm showing you locations of some potions of blood in Castle Volkihar. The easiest way to get these to have portable blood on the go is by doing radiant quests for the people in Castle Volkihar. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Vampiric Drain, which is a magic spell that you exclusively get if you're a vampire. The Bloodstone Chalice seen here is something involved in the Volkihar quest line. Through the Dawnguard DLC, it will increase the power of your Vampiric Drain, allowing you to absorb magicka and stamina. And this effect can be extended to longer periods by doing radiant quests and retrieving ancient vampire body parts.
Just the right amount of struggle.
So another perk that you get from being a vampire is you get an additional boon from sleeping, specifically sleeping in a coffin. If you sleep for 8 hours, or even just an hour, I believe, you will get an effect that gives you plus 10 magicka resistance for, I believe it's a day. It'll show on screen here in a second. So while we're waiting for the effect to show up on screen, I'm going to bring up something I didn't mention, that if you don't drink blood, you're going to be weak to the sun, where you're not going to recover stamina or magic while out in the daylight. Okay, so we're going to go back to Potions of Blood for a second. Specifically on survival mode, they will satiate 380 points of hunger. Feeding on a person regularly will also give you the same amount. They also restore 100 points of health, and it also will give you the same effect that you would get from normally drinking blood on someone, where it'll lessen your powers. Now we're going to talk about the Vampire Lord power. This could be acquired through the Dawnguard questline by siding with the Volkihar vampires. If you choose not to get it initially from Lord Harkon, you can also get it from Serana at a later point. You might have noticed as soon as I transformed there that one of my thralls died right away. Normally all of your thralls will die, but I believe it's a glitch with the combination of the Dark Moon enchantment and the Staff of Worms that gives you the ability to have an additional thrall. So only, I believe, the thrall that was resurrected with the Staff of Worms will die instead of all of your thralls dying, because what happens is when you transform into a vampire lord, all magical effects on you dispel temporarily, which will result in the death of your thralls. There are 4 artifacts available through the Volkihar Radiant quest lines: the Ring of the Beast, the Ring of the Erudite, the Amulet of Gargoyles, and the Amulet of Bats. These will all give you various effects. The amulet specifically for the Vampire Lord form, and then the rings. One of them gives you a bonus in Vampire Lord form and outside of it, and the other one is specifically for Vampire Lord. So now we're going to switch gears and turn to Necromancy. We're going to start off here with the Necromage perk. This perk is essential to being a vampire and using Necromancy in conjunction with it. What it essentially does is allows you to summon higher level thralls, and you have the added effect of all of your spells cast upon yourself being stronger. This also applies to enchantments and certain perks that you get and certain skill trees that increase you positively or negatively. So there are 2 Creation Club creations that allow you to get an additional Necromage buff. They are the Bone Wolf and the Bloodworm Helm from 2 separate creations. What these allow you to do is not only do additional damage to the undead and have stronger enchantments upon yourself from spell effects, but they allow you to resurrect any leveled vampire if you use them in conjunction as a permanent thrall or as a temporary thrall if you haven't gotten to the point of getting the Dead Thrall spell, which is the spell that allows you to permanently resurrect dead bodies.
Cleared out, I guess.
So once you have a thrall under your control, you want to upgrade their equipment, but it has to be the specific equipment that they died with. You can enchant it as long as it wasn't already enchanted with any enchantment that works best for you. So I sort of covered this a little while ago in the video, but with the Twin Souls perk from the Conjuration skill tree, you're able to have 2 dead thralls, and that's usually the max. But with 2 of the creations added, working in conjunction with each other, if you have the Empower Necromancy perk and you enchant it on an item, and then use the Staff of Worms on a dead body after you've already resurrected 2 other thralls using the Dead Thrall spell, you'll then be able to resurrect that 3rd person and have 3 dead thralls at one time. And if one of your thralls dies, just remember to resurrect it with the Staff of Worms. Otherwise, one of your other thralls will die. So now I'm going to cover the 2 best places that I usually go to get vampires, leveled vampires, to use as dead thralls. The first one is what I'm showing you right here, which is Redwater Grotto. And I'll be showing it on the map here in just a second. And the second one is Bloodlet Throne, which I'll be showing that on the map as well. So next I'm going to be talking about the 2 Creation Club houses. One is more for vampires, which is Blood Chill Cavern, where most of the footage of this video was taken. The second is over at Mara's Eye Pond, inside of a little fortress door in the cliff face. Now, while Blood Chill Cavern has amenities for vampires solely, over at Gallows Hall at Mara's Eye Pond, there are 2 very important features. The first one is this altar here that lets you turn other soul gems into black soul gems, which is essential for being a necromancer, or just for enchanting your tools. This is also where you get the Staff of Worms, and the Bloodworm Helm is from this creation. And we also have, coming up in just a second, I'll be showing you the Bone Forge, which allows you to get an additional permanent follower, undead follower. And I believe they do not die. They just go into a knockdown state like an essential NPC. And these don't count towards your thrall count or towards your follower count. So in conjunction with some of the creations from the other DLCs, you can have an army of undead followers following you.
I'm warning you. Back off.
Lastly, I'm going to be covering the Ritual Stone, and I'm just going to read a snippet from the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. So it says, activating the Ritual Stone grants you the power to raise corpses to fight for you for about 1 hour of in-game time. The power also allows you to raise some corpses that can usually not be reanimated, such as mammoths or giants. Horses cannot be raised with the Ritual Stone power. Bodies raised by the Ritual Stone do not turn to ash after the effect expires, and there's no limit to the amount of corpses you can reanimate. And with that, I will end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more like it. Leave a comment and let me know if there's anything you have questions about regarding this topic. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.